What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a win. Unbelievable, but we did it, and apparently it wasn't that easy because football is it's very simple. You just run towards goal and you win games. Apparently, so if it was that easy, I'm not sure what happened the last month or so, last 50 days, but we won. That's what we're gonna talk about in this one. With me, Norbert. How are you doing for once after a different result?
Yeah, I don't know. So as I was watching the first half, nothing changed. We played as we play usually. But then, yeah, we showed something that I didn't see in what 10 games, 9 games, 8 games.
Yeah,
We wanted to win, and we did win, and I didn't expect, not at all. I predicted 1-1 or something like that. So yeah, unexpected from my side, but at the end of the day, I'm a Juve fan, so I'm happy about it, and I think it's a good step towards the Coppa final. But I know that it should not be the main goal because we just need to get into the Champions League, and maybe it will boost the team. So we will see.
yeah. That's basically it. Yesterday's result, like we won, and after the game, I was like, if only it were in the league at this point. It shouldn't be. Like actually, if the season went as it should be going, we would all be buzzing yesterday, basically. Because yeah, you're just top four. Now it's just getting that Coppa Italia, and everybody will be more excited about it. But I think even yesterday, everybody was happy because we finally won. The pain is over for a couple of days, but I think general everybody had the feeling, okay, still means absolutely nothing. And that's basically it. It still means nothing. One, because there's still a return leg, and two, we are in big trouble in the league. And I think even the player said so. It means kind of nothing. He said, "KSI, like we won, good, but we are in trouble in the league, so we need to carry this on." And that's basically it. In my preview, I said, forget about tactics and whatever. It's
Yeah.
just the mindset needs to be on point. Do you actually want to win the game? Yes or no? And a lot of people are like, nothing changed, and I agree. Like nothing really changed. Like the only thing changed, the big star players showed up, and that's what we need right now. Like there's no other way at this moment in time. Like the big time players, the players that are apparently being disgraceful, or like recent memory, the most disgraceful player, one of them, Vlahovic, shows up, scores about 65% of our goals since the new year, and people call him disgraceful. Apparently, uh, they showed up, and that's basically the story of the game. And we didn't give away anything besides Perin. I don't know what he was doing there. That could have that could have turned out to be extremely ugly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
other
he
than
was
that,
covering. His
yeah,
his
but he
hand
was
was there.
surprised. He was surprised. Like he was shocked. But on another day, it bounces back to a Lazio player and he puts it away. Like
Yeah, true.
so,
Yeah,
maybe we need that kind of luck a little bit. But overall, in that game, like there was only one team that deserved to win. It was us. And
yeah,
that's what I expect. But after the game, I did my reaction, all this stuff, and I went to bed and I was like, we always beat Lazio. No matter how poor we are at
yeah,
home, we always beat Lazio. I have no idea what it is. Like I have no idea. Maybe it's more about them. When they come to the stadium, they're like, ugh, forget about it. I don't know what it is, but we always beat Lazio. Now, takeaway of that game for me is we won, and we were solid. Like we didn't give away anything, and the most important thing is the next game is up very very soon. That's my biggest point. We play on Sunday. It's quote unquote soon, because and we play at home also. That's also important. We play at home. If you want to kickstart again, you carry this, what you did today, or like what you did yesterday, you carry that on. And it's not about, again, not about tactics, and we'll go into individual players in a bit. It's just mindset. In the first half, the first 10 minutes, that's what I said. I want to see energy, and there was. But then the pen it got called back, and everyone was like, "Here we go again," basically, and it wasn't good. It was again big spacing. It it was so slow. It took us so much effort to actually move the ball, and I was like, man. But that quick goal in the second half kind of helped. Quick goal, quickish.
Yeah.
It helped, and you can see the players were feeling like Chiesa, like he was beating players again. Like that's just a confidence. That's my takeaway. Confidence, because that's what I was asking from now until the end of the season. Forget about tactics and all those things. It's just confidence, and are the players that should be carrying us, are they actually going overboard now and actually carry us? So that's my takeaway from that game, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like nothing really
Yeah.
much else.
Yeah, I agree. We just wanted to win this time, and it really showed. And I was never happy when I see Kostic starting, but man, I was happy that it's not Dashio for sure. um, Cambiaso's assist was amazing. Yo, that that pass was insane. And we need to play with confidence like he did. And also Vlahovic's goal. It wasn't like, I know McKennie got the assist, but it shouldn't be an assist. Like, come on, like Vlahovic did
Yeah,
everything.
we'll talk about it. And somebody said, I forgot Fiorentina were playing. They're winning, and apparently, just looking at the stats, they've peppered Atalanta a little bit. So I didn't watch the game. I should have watched it, to be honest, but I was
Hmm.
extremely busy. I should have watched it for Sunday. But if anyone
For
watched Fiorentina,
science.
yeah, let me know in the comments how Fiorentina were playing. But if I'm looking at the stats, I think they deserve the win. I think they deserve the win. So anyone, let me know, and they won. It's over. But on McKennie,
Hmm.
no, actually individual players. Like, no, let's start at McKennie because people were DMing me. What do you think about McKennie? I thought he was brilliant yesterday. I thought
Yeah.
technically, and I rewatched that game, um, apart during my break at work, and the other part when I came back. That was technically probably the best game I've seen McKennie play all season. You know, that doesn't change my opinion on McKennie. It doesn't change that, but he was excellent. Like that pass, like that was quick, and usually he takes a couple of touches and it's gone. That's my issue. But it was quick, and it wasn't the most difficult pass. It was just the idea of I flick it immediately. That's it. It wasn't, oh man, you need to be Pjanic to make that pass. It was just the idea that I don't need to take a touch here. I just flick it and it's gone. So that's what I like about McKennie. But overall, I thought he had an excellent game. On a technical level, work rate is always there for him this season. But on a
Yeah.
technical level, I thought he was excellent, even in that first half.
Yeah, but my what I want to say about this is that it's kind of, he's still young, so if he has more and more like these kind of games where he actually more technical, and he can keep this up, he can turn out to be a solid player. It's not like he's 28 or something. So I don't know, I still would want to keep him, but not for more money, that's for sure. Like, he already makes more than enough, like 3.5 million or something. But yeah, I think he can be a really good squad player in this team. And yeah, I really liked what he showed. Yeah, and this year he has a lot more good games
On
than
McKennie,
usually.
okay, I will repeat it one more time. When people say, "Oh, you say you sell him, why?" We need money. We need
Yeah,
money. We need to improve the first team. If anyone thinks about next season, do you want to see, do you envision McKennie in the first team and the starting lineup? How good he has been this season, does anyone envision that going into Europe? I don't.
no,
That's my opinion, and that's where I'm going from. If we need money, and yes, he's high value, and it's the end of the year, if you can cash in on a good price, we're in a situation where we need to think about the first team first, the first 11, then the backups. That's a situation we're in. Like the first team should be much more quality injected compared to the bench or the squad in general. That's the only
yeah,
thing I'm saying. So if an offer comes in, if the offer is 10 million, obviously you don't do that and you sign. Like, if you know what I mean, I'm pushing it right now. But if the offer is, that's not good enough, you make a deal happen, basically, you know. But if the
Yeah.
offer is good, that's the only thing I'm saying. I'll take it, you know, because I praised him a lot this season. Is he technically good? No, but that's not how you shitting on him. That's just him as a player. Like technically, he's not. Chiellini was brilliant. He was awful with his feet. Like he wasn't good with his feet. Bremer is a brilliant defender. He's not good with his feet. Like that's not shitting on him. That's just what it is. Like it is what it is. So that's all I'm saying on McKennie. But yesterday, I thought he was excellent. You know, he had a couple of passes,
Yeah.
excuse me, which I didn't see him make many times this season. So that was brilliant for him. So I'll praise him, and we keep it moving, because you still had Rabiot in that midfield, who was, I thought he was the worst player on the pitch, if not, or one.
And yeah, and he didn't even want to play. There was one specific moment when he was running towards the end line at
Yeah,
the and then there was a defender, and then he just jumped over, and then the ball hit him, and it was a goal kick, but he didn't want to fight for that ball. Like,
that
he
was
just
towards
let
the
it
end.
be.
Yeah, I remember that. He didn't have a
Yeah.
good game. He
Yeah.
didn't have a good game. I don't think Locatelli had the best of game. He wasn't awful, but he was okay. So he was decent in my opinion.
Yeah, he was fighting a lot more than than obviously than Rabiot, but yeah.
But like Danilo in the first half, I thought he was poor. Second half, he picked up.
Yes.
He picked up in the second half as well. Cambiasso, yeah, I mean, I was very skeptical on with him. You know, when he came in, and that's well documented. Documented. I
Yeah.
was like, he needs to improve. Like, I like the idea after Udinese. I said I like it, but he needs to improve. And then he got benched a couple of games. I remember, because he was having bad performances, especially defensively. And I was like, I I I know that going forward you're better than defensively, but at that time it was really poor of him. He was making weird decisions, but now he looks he looks basically unstoppable. You know, he does. And I think the ceiling is much higher for him, because he gets moved around so many times. So even for him, finding consistency is not like I'm impressed, because he comes in a new team, a struggling team, and he plays all over the place, but he somehow found consistency in his game. I don't know how he did it,
Yeah.
but big time credit to him. You know, absolutely massive credit, because I didn't see this coming, and when I watch him play, I'm like, yeah, man. And the scary part, or the exciting part, is like, it's not even the finished article. It's not even close, in my opinion, as well, because
Yeah.
once he pins down, or the coach
Still
comes
young.
in, but a coach comes in, he said, you're gonna play on the left, period, or on the right, whatever. I think it's better the left for me, but whatever. Um, if he pins down one and he can focus on one, I'm like, well, the good thing is he can play multiple positions. But even yesterday, like, he is a player. He reminds me a little bit of Lichtsteiner in terms of, he has a big engine. Like, he keeps going,
Yeah.
and he always pops up on front. I'm like, we didn't have that for ages. Like, literally ages at this moment in time. You know.
So for me, with him, he's not a classical wingback or fullback, because I feel like he's a lot more when he attacks the defense, and not crossing. Just move inside,
Yeah.
or do something not conventional. And that's what I really like about him. And Lichtsteiner was a little different. He was more like a wingback slash fullback in my eyes. But yeah, his engine is awesome, and how he sees sometimes on the field is also really nice. Like yesterday, we saw that assist was amazing. Um, yeah, I really like him.
He played well, and when I say we didn't have that on in ages, really quickly, Alexandro, because it was a big thing about it. You know, I don't agree with booing him when he comes on. You know, I don't agree with that. However, I feel why fans are frustrated, because this is embarrassing for a simple reason, because Allegri is giving him appearances for one thing only. It's sad for him. It's just sad for the record in itself. It really is. And I think a lot of fans are frustrated for that. If I was at the stadium, I can never boo it when I'm at the stadium. Never, ever did I do that. Like, I will come on and I'll say my thing, but if I pay my ticket, I will support. You know, like, that's just me. If anyone wants to do that, fine. You pay the ticket, you do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Like, I get why people are frustrated, because he's beating a record he shouldn't be beating. He shouldn't even be close to it, but it is. And the flip side as well as I'm like, why do you not sub in Diallo? You start the Shilo after 1 year injury, but you don't give Diallo in. Like, what is that? Like, what is that about? I think that's where the frustration stems about, because the game was kind of over, you know. But it's also
Yeah.
sad for Alexander because you're forcing that record, but everybody knows he shouldn't be up there. Like like he's gonna be at the top, and everybody will look at it, and everybody will say like you should be 100 games off it, maybe, if not more, because you've not been good enough for a good 3 to 4 years. Actually, like it is what it is. Like that's the reality. You haven't been good enough.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Curva who booed him, right?
No, no.
So it doesn't matter. Like no one cares. Those are like regular fans. I don't care. Like they do random stuff all the time. Yeah, he didn't do anything. Like it's not his fault that Allegri is playing him. So yeah, I don't really care about this because I think it's a little over mystified or whatever. Like
It
it
is.
wasn't the Curva, so I don't care. He he didn't do anything. I wouldn't boo him. Like the Curva wouldn't boo him. I think only if he says something stupid or he does something stupid. But yeah, it's just sad that he will soon ahead of Nedved, like 3 games or something, right? And then he's there.
Yeah, like me,
Um,
you, every Juve fan on the planet knows, like it's fake,
yeah,
and like it shouldn't be, like it shouldn't
yeah,
be happening.
it's
Like it should,
forced.
it's extremely forced. You know, it's extremely forced, and I think people are like fans are getting frustrated about it. Like me, like you know how I'm with legends and numbers and what all those things. Like I know what it is. You know, I just know what it
Yeah,
is. You know, when people say Bonucci's a legend, I'm like, you can say that based on numbers and appearances, but I know what happened, and he's not. Like I cannot put him in the same category as Del Piero, Buffon. Like I cannot do that. You can do that, but we all know better deep down inside, because people look at appearances. Man, Bonucci, I don't know how many appearances, won so much. I'm like, yeah, he's a club great, basically, you know, but he's not a
yeah.
legend. Like that.
There are
That's
levels. Yeah,
there are levels to it. So
like
I
Chiellini is a legend, and then Bonucci is not. If you want to
yeah,
compare,
Bonucci is
so
just a very good player that contributed to our success massively. But if I need to put
yeah,
him in the legend status, then I'm kind of insulting other players who are actually legends, actually players who gave up basically their
like
career
Zabina.
to stay. Like, like, like there are players, I need to put them in categories with players who won the World Cup and said, you know what, I'm gonna play Rimini away in front of 8,000 fans. That's what they did. Like, you want me to do that? I
Yeah,
will never do that, because I know what happened between Bonucci's 1 year spell. Like, I know what happened. Like, I was there. Everybody was there, so you can ignore that. But that goes to Sandro. Like, it was a big thing, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. At this moment in time, it is what it is.
yeah,
Um, Other than that, the game in itself, I think the second half was much better. Like we stepped up, like we used to do in before the bad patch. Basically, like we played a poor first half, and in the second half we were like,
yeah.
okay, now step it up, you know. And we didn't do that at any time in these next 9 games, you
Yeah.
know. No matter how the
Also,
result went.
one more thing is that what we usually do is we score and then we sit back, and we
Yep.
didn't do that this time.
No.
So
No.
this is what we need to do. I hope the players feel on the pitch like, okay, this is what we do need to do. But one thing really annoyed me. I think it was in the first half. No, second half already, when there was an attack and Chiesa had the ball on the left wing, and Allegri told him to
That
stop.
was the first
Did
half.
you
Still, I think
first half? Yeah,
that
but
was the first
like,
half. Yeah, but we know that. Like, in the first half there were many issues still, even in the second half. But in the second half, like that goal helps, you know. And also like we got an advantage for a very long. Like that doesn't happen very often as well.
yeah,
Like playing with an advantage, that helps. Like we need that, you know. If we go down against Fiorentina, it could become a real issue again. Like this team
yeah,
feeds off go up one goal and push, because we went down against Udinese, Empoli, um, no, Empoli not, Inter, Verona, Lazio, Napoli. Like we went down a goal in this bad stretch. Like all of these games, we went down a goal. I think Frosinone was the only no, yeah, Frosinone went up 1-0, right? Did we win 1-0? No,
mm,
we went down 1-0. 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. Wasn't like that? I'm confused
Yeah,
now.
my brain is.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
I
yeah,
have no
my
idea.
brain is fried right now. But we went down in a lot of these games. We went down a goal basically. You know, this was different. We went up a goal, and you can see it was like, huh, we're up. Like we're up, and you play with a more confident, you know, and you know, man, we're closing up shop all game. Like we're in control right here. We just we just keep going. Basically, that was what it was about. You know, that was all basically. It was 1-0 Juve, then 2-1 Frosinone. You're right, correct. Um, and everybody was like, okay, we go again, and things tend to happen. You know, players start beating their man. Uh, link ups were okay, and I'm like, okay, that's basically like that's very clear. This team just needs confidence right now. It's not about anything other than that right now. So that's that,
Yeah.
I guess. But a big topic as well is Vlahovic. That's one, and Chiesa. But we will start with the disgrace first, and Vlahovic. He was excellent. Even in that first half, he did what Keane like failed to do, and it wasn't easy. I think you saw the clip from Vlahovic where he was picking up the ball all night, actually all season.
Yeah.
He has improved massively on that. And I thought yesterday it was excellent because at times I was like, yeah, he's gonna lose it because what is he gonna do? Like, it's too much. But his link up play was brilliant. Decision making was on point. You know, the goal was very good. Like he's a when people talk about Salon, I'm like, if you can give me a better option, whatever, you know. But
Yeah.
nobody
If we can
can.
improve, yeah.
The wage is too much. I get that. I fully 100% agree. And the club needs to figure that situation out. But I think he's willing to do that. I don't like when I see him talk and play, he's a player who absolutely cares. And I don't see a
Yeah.
player who is like he might be frustrated, but I never get the vibe of just get me out of here. I don't get that vibe with him, you know? And he improved like mindset wise as well. Like what he did against uh what was it with the red card? Genoa. Against Genoa
Yeah.
was a big mistake because who knows how that game went against Lazio? You know, would it have been a big difference? Maybe not. You know, I don't know, but I mean when people talk about play Milik and play Keane, remember in November I was like stop the cap. You know, yes he's got having a bad moment, but you need to make it work because he is the guy. He's the guy, not Keane, not Milik, whatever. And I kept coming on, and I was like, oh, you're comparing him with Milik. Like I'm not, but people bring him in the discussion, and it's not close. He's the guy, and he's playing well. You know, um, but I thought he was brilliant yesterday. You know, like everything,
And
not just the goal.
oh, you know what is funny? That finally, when he's like fully comfortable playing with the back, with his back towards the goal, then we're gonna have a new coach, and then he can play how he likes to play, like running towards the goal. Um,
But it's
but
good
yeah,
that he
it's
added
a
this to his game. It's good that he's.
yes,
But he
yeah,
had that at Fiorentina as well. Like he struggled when he came on with us, and even last season and the start of this season. But you saw at the start of the season, I don't know which game it was, but you're like, okay, it feels like there's a click now. There's a shift towards it's improving, you know. But now it's solid, you know. And again, like you're right, it's not. It shouldn't be the main part of his game, but it is under Allegri. It is. It really is.
yeah, it's good, it's good. But yeah, I just can't wait until he really unleashes the Dushan in him, and yeah, and hopefully he stays with his girlfriend a long time and maybe marry her, and then he will stay, like, he will be awesome.
Yeah, but he is a player. Obviously, you need him. You know, we're gonna need him until the end of the season because he's gonna need to get us out of it, out of this. Like we need a goal of him from him against Fiorentina. Like we desperately need that. You know, I think obviously that speaks for itself, but we desperately need that type of performance again. I thought it was with Cambiasso, McKennie was the best players on the pitch. You know, Chiesa at the goal, but he had a good game. Chiesa, he had an okay game, but I thought those
Yeah.
three they really stood out that night, basically. Um, but yeah, like people are saying, both can be true. Players can not be good enough, and Allegri, and I don't disagree with that. You know, I don't. But you cannot change 12 players. You can change one coach. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's basically what it is. Like, and it's not a
Was
new
like, come
thing.
on, we are better than this. What
It's
we
not,
played, like,
it's not a shocking thing. Like, that's how football has been for ages. Like, the coach
yeah,
always gets the first one that leaves, and this team is better. Like, as you saw the thing, only Chesney and Danilo gets in Bologna team. I'm like, you're lying. Like, you're absolutely lying.
that's crazy.
I watch Lukumi play every single week, even live over here, when he was playing 5 minutes from where I live. He went to Bologna, he improved zero. I can tell you that from watching him every week, he was better at Genk than he was at Bologna. Now he has improved massively, and people are like, "Oh, but they have Lukumi." I'm like, nobody was talking about Lukumi, nobody was talking about Ferguson, nobody wanted Orsolini at the club.
Yeah,
Zirkzee improved massively. I remember him in the Belgium league, and he was getting slated, and he was getting goals, but he wasn't good. He was getting absolutely massacred. So I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear that. Oh, only two players get into the Bologna team. That's cap. If that's the case, then let's buy all Bologna players next season. Let's buy all the entire Bologna squad. Sell Bremer, get Lukumi. It's cheaper.
yeah, that's silly. That Bologna squad is not as good. Like, come on,
It shouldn't be up
like,
there. And people are still saying, "Oh,
yeah,
they're behind us." I'm like, they should be behind us. Like, it's insane. Like, they shouldn't be up there. They're up there. It's insane that they're up there. It's absolutely insane if you watch that squad. But yeah, I live in Belgium, or like I am Belgium. So but yeah, I agree. The squad needs to improve 100%. But
yeah,
it's good. Like, you know what's good? It's good to wake up, and you're like, usually I wake up and I open the newspapers and I scroll through them really quickly to see if there's some breaking news. Then I'll put that out really quickly or whatever. If not, then I'll just wait, and I'll go back. I'll go to work casually, and I'll check my phone. I'll read it on my phone at work. When we win, I'm like, I don't need to read the newspapers because there's gonna, like, I can wait. There's no drama. I can wake up very calmly. I can drive to work very calmly, and then I'm like, you know what, now I'm gonna open up my phone and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna read out the news, like, and that's not been
yeah,
there for a while. And hopefully on Monday I can
yeah,
wake up, chill and relax again, and be like, okay,
yeah.
that's
We need to,
basically it.
we need to be the Fiorentina. Like, we have to, and the Vlahovic need to score at least two, and
Yeah,
Chiesa.
at this point, like, even Danilo can score a hat trick, and I'll be I'll be hyped about it.
Yeah,
He hasn't scored in a while, so he better does. But like, it's just what I asked for happened. Forget about tactics, forget about this, forget about that. Just a mindset and the belief that you can actually win a damn game because you are better than Lazio, you are better than Udinese, and even Fiorentina. Like, you're better than these teams. You should be beating these teams, and obviously you can drop points. However, you drop too many, you have no choice right now. So you need to beat Fiorentina. You even need to beat Torino. Like, you need to beat these teams. It's
oh
as simple
yeah,
as that because you failed to beat the worst sides, the worst sides. Now you have no options. Um,
yeah,
I'm from Brussels, but I live in Canada now. Well, that's across the world. That's a big change. But the good thing is they speak French there, I think, right? Um,
yeah.
I'm not sure we're better than the Fiorentina I saw today. I watched against Milan. They were good. They shouldn't be losing. They shouldn't have lost that game. I didn't watch today. I just opened the stats and it looked like they had a very good game. But if you guys say they were good, I'll take your word for it. Because I didn't watch. The only thing I know is Milan. I might watch it on Saturday after work when I'm early off. I'm gonna watch extended highlights, I think, from that game because I want to see what they will come at us. They will, because if you look at the Fiorentina stats really quickly, the line they play is insane. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. However, that's how you can win that game. That's how you can win that game, and that's how I expect us, quote unquote, to win that game. Fiorentina will play a high line, and the issue is the high line is not always perfect. You can get out of them, like you just can't.
Yeah,
That's how it is, and that's
like
how.
Lazio. Sorry, Lazio tried to play a higher line, and that's how we scored. Like the Chiesa goal, and we had
Yeah,
other chances as well.
But if you look at the Fiorentina stats, the heat map lines and the goals they conceded, a lot of them are with a high line. So you can exploit that because you have the players to do so. You do you have a Cambiasso who can obviously play the ball, but like even Chiesa, Vlahovic, you can send them like even McKennie with his runs. Like you can exploit that high line. They will come at you, they will put pressure on you, but that's fine, because if you have the mindset right, you should be dealing with that pressure, but the counterattacks or like breaking out should be like yesterday in the second half, basically, where it looked much easier. Watching Fiorentina today, I don't see a way we actually beat them. If they could actually finish, the tie will be done. Mentally fragile, but talented and quick. Yeah, but like they also play game. I watched them again. I watched them live this season over here. They were poor. Like the ball movement was like watching Juve, and they should have lost. They should have lost that game, and they should have like. If you look at the run, I don't know where they are on the table. Is it 7 right now? Something like that. Their issue is they concede weird goals this season at one point, But I like Italiano because he made a very controlled team out of that Fiorentina. They don't have a good squad. Like people again, they don't have a fantastic squad, Unless you rate Arthur and Bonaventura had a good season, but like a lot of players who are up and down basically.
Wow, Fiorentina is 10th.
Or they're 10, even worse. I thought they
But
climbed up with a win.
one win they need. I mean, sorry, one game.
They had a very poor patch. They did. Like I don't like. I'm not doing my preview, but I know they had a very poor patch. But they played some good football, some good games in that in the bad patch, in the bad run. But somehow they didn't find a way, and maybe for our own downfall, basically they found a way to win games again. But they lost on Saturday against Milan, I think it was.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything happen. Honestly, we are like, hopefully this motivated squad, but we just have to push, and we just can't play like how we played last week.
I
like
will put it out. We should be winning. I don't care how good Fiorentina play. You should be winning.
Yeah.
If we play like yesterday and just again, I don't really care about like it is what it is. If you sort up the back line or you are compact, you will get the chances you need. It's just are you gonna finish them? That's it. We need that win. So like I cannot express how much we need that win. I cannot stress it anymore. Because Bologna play early. They play, I don't know who they play. They play a random team away from home. Is it Empoli? I think it's no, it's not Empoli. They play away from home, but I don't know who they play. Roma play Lazio. They will beat Lazio, I think. I don't think that will be an issue for them. I think they will beat Lazio. But Bologna play early on Sunday. I don't know who they play. They play away from home. Is it?
I'm checking right now.
It could be Frosinone or it's one
of the
Frosinone.
Teams
Yeah, it was one of the teams at the bottom. Asail saying it's Frosinone. They're gonna beat Frosinone. Like they're gonna beat Frosinone. It's away from home, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna beat Frosinone. I'm sorry. Like they're probably gonna going down Frosinone. They have absolutely no backline at all. So
I think there's gonna be a lot of goals there.
I think that's
like
5. Could be. But we can go into the Fiorentina game. Bologna above us and Roma, what was it? Like 3 points away from us. And Atalanta 6 points with a game in hand. We can't. We need the
so
points.
Bologna is 7 points. Roma is 7 points.
Okay, so it could be 4 points. I think they're gonna beat Lazio. If Atalanta win, it's 6 with a game in hand against Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Funnily.
No. If Atalanta wins, then 6 points and no game in hand.
Yeah, but we are playing. They have a game in hand. They need to play the game in hand against Fiorentina still.
Oh.
So they have a game in hand, So that could be big time. But we'll talk about that in the preview. The last topic I want to bring on really quickly before we wrap it up is why the last month or so, and actually since the Empoli game, are we not seeing Yildiz play? And it's not a coincidence, in my opinion, that we struggle, because he's getting garbage time minutes right now. He is, and I cannot explain why? What is it like? Some even on Sunday against Fiorentina, I'm like, against Lazio, I'm like, Saturday, what were you waiting on? Like, it was poor. Like, I don't get what happened. What happened with the player who was playing very good? He's playing very well, and now he's
Yeah,
being used like, oh, he's just in the first team. I'm gonna give him some minutes here and there.
yeah, and he's good at the national team as well. Like he's their best player usually nowadays. I have really no idea why he's not playing. Um, and I see no chance that he will like put Chiesa, Yildiz, and Vlahovic at the same time on the field. So,
Yeah, but even yesterday
but
he
yeah,
came on, and I'm like, how are you
he
keeping
was a
that on
spark.
the bench? How are you
Yeah,
keeping that bench? I
yeah,
don't I don't get it. Like, even if you don't want to play all three of them, then bring them on early. Like, it's big. It's criminal at this point. I think it's criminal. I'm like, you cannot be serious right now. You just can't be serious.
yeah. And what he's doing with Nonja as well, that is also like bad. That
Yeah,
now he's playing with the next gen again.
he's done. If I need to believe Belgian sources, and actually they're very good.
He's being sold.
He's gone. Like, there's I don't think there's a single chance he's gonna stay. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just frustrating because we actually have good young players and we don't see them on the pitch.
Let me see really quickly. People do like the video. I'm trying to do something, but it's not really working for some reason. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to give away memberships, but it's not working for some reason. One sec. I will try 3-4-1-2 with Yildiz in the role. Maybe. Maybe. Let me know if the memberships are working because I cannot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
are there?
see.
Okay, they're in. So everybody who got a membership, thanks for watching. If you want to join the Discord group, which is for the members, keep in mind it's a gift. It's for 1 month, But if you want to join the Discord group, reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram, um, whatever, and I will add you in the Discord private section with Norbert and other members, so we can have a chat during the game. And also not about football at times because we need it. So everybody who got one, let me know if you want to join the Discord private members section on Twitter or Instagram. Reach out and I will send you the link. But actually, if you're a member, you can go to the membership tab and the link for the Discord is in it, so you can click it, and it should be working as well. So that's that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bashar.
it's
Next time I will do another
yeah,
giveaway in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, not months. I
yeah.
will
The
do.
Discord is really fun, honestly.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna change it for next season. It's gonna be completely different. I have some ideas, but
nice.
that's for then. Um, Other than that, I thought the post game for once it was funny. Like, maybe it's because we won. I'm not so sure, but I actually laughed.
Probably.
I laughed at because he was trolling. Like, he was he was 100% trolling the fans, the media, everybody, and I was like, yeah, fine. He said, "I'll take the blame." He didn't really mean that, but even if he did meant that, it's much easier to take the blame after you finally won a game than when you don't win a game. Basically, that's 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 what it is. But what else did he say? Like, run towards goal and you good things happen. It's like like it's like you're down in life and somebody said, keep going, good things will happen to you. I'm like, yeah. That's not how it works. Like, you still need to
Yeah,
work for good things to happen. But he was trolling, and no worry. Mirai, if you want to join again, reach out and I will add you to the Discord chat. But yeah, the presser was funny. The presser was funny. I think the good thing actually was that there was no presser on Monday, um, because I think he would have said some things that would have been uh, disgraceful. But it wasn't there, so I was like, okay, good, no presser basically. Um, but it was good. It was a good a presser. It didn't really give away much, tactically. He said the same things as usual. What I did like was Chiesa post game. He kept it real, and a lot of players kept it real, and that's why I'm like, okay, you can say one things, but your players are saying the things they actually believe. Talking about the title.
Yeah,
The worrying thing was that he admitted, like after the Empoli game, it was like, what happened? And after the Inter game, it's like the dream popped, and I'm like, it shouldn't happen because it wasn't like 20 points that you were behind Inter after they lost that game. Like it wasn't like that. So the mental aspect of it is extremely worrying. And when you said that, I was like,
yeah,
I understand why you only won 2 games out of 9, or was it 2 out of 10? I can fully understand now. But
yeah. I loved your tweet after the game with Kobe and Shrek.
yeah,
Uh,
they only Han- only Handin didn't really want to go with the flow. But yeah, that's how it is. That's what basically happened yesterday. Like, like,
yeah,
they were like, whatever, we're gonna do it, and they did it. They did it. Uh, who's your dream and realistic replacement management? Like dream, like I don't dream about Thiago Motta or Italiano, but they're realistic, and I like both of them. But they're not like I don't dream. Like I dream about Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola. Those are dream coaches. But like I don't
yeah,
dream about getting Motta in or Italiano. I like both options. Those are my options. I still like Italiano more. That's just me. That's just me. Because I put out a tweet and everybody's saying I want Motta. I never said I want Motta. If people watch the channel, I've said I like the idea, but if Allegri sack, I will make my or like I will say I prefer that coach. But I prefer Italiano still. I still do. People see Fiorentina at 10, they're like, oh my god. I still prefer Italiano. I think he's more ready right now. I can be completely wrong, but it's it's like he plays a control. Like the Fiorentina squad is poor. Like I don't need to. I'm gonna repeat myself. It's poor. Like it really is poor.
yeah.
And is it worse
Did
than
our boy
Bologna's
play
squads?
today?
I think it is. It's not worse than Bologna. I get it, but like it's a one-off for Bologna potentially. I've seen Italiano do it for a couple of seasons. I like Motta. I don't think it's a one-off in terms of coaching-wise for him. It could be a one-off for
Yeah,
Atalanta, for Bologna. Excuse me. It could be. I don't know. But Italiano, I've
yeah.
seen him do it, and what he does, I like. I like it's controlled. Even Motta's play is controlled. Like it's not De Zerbi or anything like that. Thoughts on Mana leaving to Napoli? Yeah, like if he wants to be the main guy, he can. Like we
It
cannot stop
depends.
it.
What does he want? Yeah, if he's fine with his role here, which is I think not a small role. Like it's still a
No,
good
but I
role.
think he knows that is Juntuli now, and he wants to bring his guys
Yeah,
with him, which is
yeah,
normal. Like it's normal, and I think he's like, okay, I got a chance to leave. I'm gonna take that chance, basically, and I'm gonna go. So, I'm fine with that. Like it was bound to happen. Like it was bound to
yeah.
happen, basically. So I don't know. Good luck to him. I guess. Like I don't really. I'm
Yeah, but in
too. He
other
did.
sports, it's completely normal.
It's
Like in
normal.
NFL as well. Like if you're doing well as a offensive coordinator or whatever, you're gone. Like
Yeah, like I like if he gets a job, good. Like the next gen, he did brilliant work. Like he did brilliant
yeah,
work. He put us on the map. It should be much easier for the next one coming up, and that's Jutli guy, to convince younger players to join the project. Especially if you tell them, what, next season Miretti is a key player, Fagioli is a key player, a Yildiz is a key player, potentially Sule. Like if you, it's much easier to convince these youngsters right now because he set up the plan, the platform. It's good, it works. It's gonna be much easier for the next one to come in and convince players, saying, you know what. Also, because that's quote unquote the project, so it's much easier to tell a youngster playing at even at Anderlecht at this moment in time, and usually they don't leave Anderlecht. They go to the first team, but they're not the same team. It's going to be much easier to tell a youngster, these are the players that did it, and it's actually not that difficult, Huijsen potentially. So credit to him
yeah. And
because he put us on the map in that regard.
Yeah, and the under 23 again is 7 points lead in front of the last playoff. No,
And
the last not playoff place. So they're gonna make playoffs again.
it's not that they have a lot of like the talent. Like they still have some good players, but it's not compared to what they had.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not
yeah,
like
but it's
that.
something that actually who's coming, like young players coming, they can see that the team where they gonna play is not that bad. Is.
No, but even like a player like Miretti, he kind of skipped the next gen. To be honest,
Yeah,
he kind of skipped that.
yeah,
Maybe that's an issue for him that he didn't really took that step. The other guys only like they really took that step. But even like Ealing Jr., yes, he's probably gonna leave, and I'm still sad about that because I don't think we have fully unlocked what he can offer. But it's gonna be much
yeah,
easier as well to convince English players potentially to take that step now, because you even if he ends out at Tottenham in the summer, he plays for Tottenham because he joined the next gen basically. That's the journey he took.
yeah.
So yeah, man. Like I don't really I don't know. Maybe it's Juntali also not pushing him out, but like he is Allegri's guy, and maybe Mana's like, okay, Allegri's kind of gone. I'm gonna do my own thing, and he deserves to do his own thing basically. So no
Yeah,
issue
whatever
with
he
that.
wants, I'm fine. Yeah.
No issue with that. Motta is the third best upcoming manager in the world. Xabi and Amorim. Xabi Alonso.
So
Uh,
so for me, the dream coach is Klopp
yeah.
and no one else. I don't rate Guardiola. I'm really sorry, but I don't rate him. He always had decked out squads everywhere he was. So I'm
No,
sorry, I
I
don't
still
rate
think he's
Guardiola at all.
fantastic. Who?
Ah,
Who?
as a man manager, Guardiola.
I think he's a genius.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I want to
Yes, yeah,
see him at Everton.
yeah, but like you're not gonna see him at Everton. He's too good. like
Klopp made a struggling Liverpool champion.
I get
And
that,
now
but
again they're leading.
when I watched Guardiola coach players, I'm like, I don't rate you. And then like look at Rodri, like the steps Rodri took. It's unbelievable. Like it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
but yeah, and after that, so Motta is realistic, and obviously I would love him to come. Italiano, I don't want. Motta is ahead of Italian for me. Amorim, I really rate Amorim really highly. Xabi is not realistic, so I don't say Xabi. Plus, it was only like a year for him, so
Yeah, I think
sorry,
Sayo mean
Xabi,
Xabi
Xabi
Alonso.
Alonso,
I
sorry,
think you mean Xabi
Xabi
Alonso.
Alonso. Yeah, yeah,
Amorim is. I think he's gonna join Liverpool. But we will talk about coaching later on because
yeah. So
we
early.
all think Allegri's gonna say, but nothing is set in stone basically. Um, I
I mean,
also want
leave,
Klopp, but I can see
leave.
us one more year under Allegri just to wait that Klopp will be ready for a new club. Want to believe you, but no, I don't think Klopp's next job is stressing. I think he wants to walk into a situation that's already set up good enough. And I think he deserves that at this moment in time because
Munich,
he
he
came
can go
in.
to Bayern.
He came in. I don't think he's gonna do that to be honest. I think he came in at Liverpool, needed to rebuild, and halfway to his tenure, he needed to do that again. I don't think that's it's like enough. The next one needs a bit like Zidane. He's waiting until the perfect job. I think even Zidane is like, yeah, not doing this anymore. So
What is the perfect job you think for him?
I still think he's gonna coach the national team. I really do because he
Hmm,
talked about I'm drained. You know, it's taking a toll, and
true.
the national team is a bit. It's much chill.
More
You know,
chill.
go
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
games and you do your quote unquote job 2 times every 3 months basically. So I think I have a feeling that's the next thing for him. But we will see. We will see where this will end up. Most important thing is Sunday, and I'm already scared about that. But we will see. Uh, we're gonna wrap this one up, people. If you haven't liked the video, like, subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway for the jersey. If you want to win that, go on Twitter. The comment is pin or Instagram tomorrow. We'll put it out on Instagram as well. If you received membership, if you want to join the Discord members group, reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram on the account and I will set you the link. But the link is also on the membership tab. Should it not work, reach out to me. And don't worry for the others. I will do a giveaway very very soon. Let's see. Let's see. Thanks Norbert for joining for once with a good
Not
result,
sharing the
I guess.
pain. Yeah.
Not sharing the pain. Not sharing the pain. My birthday is a few days, so winning the giveaway will be insane. Well, who knows? I don't pick. It's a computer who picks. Actually, the previous giveaway, it took me weeks, well, not weeks, but like it took 2 full weeks before the guy who won it responded. You know, and
Wow.
I was very close to just give it to somebody else. A good thing I was being patient. But he won it, but he didn't want to be public, so I couldn't tag him because he didn't want to do that. But he won it, so hope you're happy because I know he watches the show. Other than that, that's it for me. I will be back live on Friday, pretty sure, and potentially also uh, on Saturday midday. I need to check. But that's it for me. See you guys. Ciao.